All right, hello and welcome back to another Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl Deck Tech and Gameplay session. We are doing Brawling on a budget. We get 6 crafted rares and or mythics and any access to the MTG Arena starter deck rares to build our deck, and we flushed it out with commons and uncommons that are fairly easy to get. As far as wild cards and just opening packs, you get a lot. So we're going to start with our crafts, the rares from the starter set, and just kind of do a quick run through the other things, and then we'll get into some games. So one of our rare crafts, or mythic rare crafts in this case, is our commander, which is Questing Beast. He's a 4-mana 4/4 legendary beast with vigilance, death touch, and haste. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented, and whenever Questing Beast deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls. So my rares and mythic crafts, I try to tend towards good cards that can be played in standard, not cards that are pretty much just brawl based, because I want you to use your wild cards the best ways you can. So we have Gilded Goose. This card is great in standard for your mana ramping style of decks. 1 mana 0/2 with flying and enters the battlefield with a food token. You can pay a green and a colorless to create another food token, or you can tap sacrifice a food to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Scavenging Ooze, a 2 mana 2/2, pay 1 green to exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a 1/1 counter on Scavenging Ooze and you gain 1 life. This card is good in standard and it also is good in historic. Love Struck Beast, one of the key cards in the adventure kind of decks, with its Heart's Desire, 1 mana, create a 1/1 white human creature token, and then you can pay 3 mana for a 5/5, but it cannot attack unless you control a creature that is power 1 and toughness 1. Gem Razor, here's another good card that is seeing some more play. 4 mana 4/4 reach trample. It has mutate for a green and a colorless. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. It's got some good utility, and yeah. And then the Great Henge. This card is a beast in both more so in standard than in historic, but just the card advantage that green gets from this is great. It's a 9 mana artifact, but it costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Tap to add 2 green mana, you gain 2 life, and whenever non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it and draw a card. So those are the 6 rares and mythics that I have crafted for the deck. We have 3 of the starter deck rares in Gigantosaurus. It is just a big beefy 5 mana 10/10, but it does cost 5 green mana, but we have 20 green sources plus our mana dork, so yeah, it's pretty solid. Epic Proportions, this is kind of cool combat trick. 6 mana for flash, enchanted creature gets +5/+5 and gains trample to the end of turn. We put this on our Questing Beast. It only takes 1 damage for it to kill something, and then the rest tramples through. Then we have Rampaging Brontodon, a 7 mana 7/7 with trample, and when it attacks, it gets +1/+1 until the end of turn for each land you control. So it is a giant attacker. We have a bunch of mana ramp: Caryatid, Sculptor of Winter, with the Wolfwillow Haven and the Glittering Frost, a great combination there. Tangleflora Hedron, Wolfwillow Haven, Arcane Signet, Cultivate. I know this looks like a rare, but it is actually an uncommon. It's just the card style. Landmore Visionary, Heraldic Banner to give our creatures a little bit more. Migration Path for the draw rather than the one that gives +1/+1 counters. And then Beanstalk Giant is both a ramp spell and a big giant creature in the late game. We have some removal with Blizzard Brawl, Rabid Bite, Ram Through, and a couple of artifact and enchantment removal spells with Wilt and Broken Wings. Some non-creature spells with Balaged's Recovery. It's always nice to get something out of your graveyard and reuse it again. Colossal Majesty for some card draw, and Garruk's Uprising for some more card draw and enabling trample on some of our creatures that don't have it. And we have a bunch of creatures. We have Boreal Outrider to give us some 1/1 counters. Oakheim Adversary to help us draw cards if it deals damage. It also has Death Touch, so usually gets in, and it's a great blocker. Prized Unicorn can pull everything towards it, so all our creatures get in for damage. Suros Packmate to help us draw. Spirit of Aldergard is just a big creature. We have 19 snow lands, so plus a few other snow permanents, so it does this thing. Renata, Call to the Hunt, gives our creatures 1/1 counters. It can be something big. Auspicious Sterix can help us find one thing. It could be a land, it could be not a land. We got lots of good creatures. Gem Razor can also trigger this if we mutate on top of it. But yeah, cool. And it's also a 5-mana 6/6 if you just cast it, so that's pretty strong. Keeper of Fables to help us draw some cards. Rootless You to go find creatures with power or toughness 6 or greater. So it goes to basically find our Auspicious Sterix and our Brontodon, our Gigantosaurus, and that's about it. But still, it helps us find something out of our library once it dies, and it's also got pretty decent stats. And then Warden of the Woods. This is a really cool card. 6 mana for 5/7. When it gets targeted by a spell or ability an opponent controls, you draw 2 cards. You may. It also has Vigilance, so it attacks and it protects. Alright, so Questing Beast. Budget Brawl. Let's get into a few games and see how the deck works. Orah might be hard for us, but yeah, this looks fairly keepable. We can recovery, Caryatid into Beast. Pretty good start. I think decks with black in them in general are going to be hard for us. Well, this is a pretty good threat on turn 3. Followed up by a Gigantosaurus on turn 4. Six mana next turn. That's Scry 2. Destroy target creature. Interesting choice. Or we can just... let's make a 5/7. This is a cool card. But this is a more cool card. That could be... destroy all creatures. Nope. I think this goes here. See what they do. Which one? Pick your poison. My Questing Beast. Got it. Let us do... we could do this. Get a land, hold up. We do this. Get a 4/4. And then foretell that. Just in case. We can save some juice for later. What is this? Turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Doomscar. Okay. Evolving Wilds is a card. You got another one of those kind of things. Blood in the Snow. Heliod. Well, that was a nice draw. I say we do this. Get in for 11. Boom. end the turn. We have 6 right here, or 4 right here. Let's see what they decide to do. Sure. I can destroy that with my wilt. Orah coming in hot. Bye-bye. Then we put this here, and then, or do we cast this? We have 7. Let's see what we draw. Coming in. They're dead. Yeah. All right. Let's do another one. Faded MTG. Let's do this one. Why not? Why not? Boom, da doom, da doom, da doom, da doom, do 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 do. We just teleported. Ha ha ha. Incoming 1-1. Go get him, Bell. It's like a standard curve. Love-struck beast and the questing beast. Into 1 mana fight spell. Go get him. You're doing so good. Ayo. Now do we just ram through that? Or do we questing beast 2, 3, 4? I think we slow them down. I don't want to have to deal with Vorinclex yet. We really can't. Although that ram through could make it a little easier. Clever. I see you. All right, let's do it again. One more. All right, up against hopeless. Well, I hope they're not hopeless. I'm gonna keep this. It's an interesting start. All right, that forest was a good draw. Questing beast is a hard one to deal with on turn 3 for a mono red. Robber. This is a very hard card for mono red to deal with. Now we just need another landed and then we have a 10-10. Coming in hot. No. It's a cool card in a deck like this. Tap it, deal 3 damage, lightning bolt your face. I wonder if they insta-scoop the Gigantosaurus. Probably not. Let's make up your mind. You're not hopeless. That's just your MTG arena name. You can do it. You can choose to attack or not attack. Probably not attack. All right. Let's do this. Roar. Torbran does not play very well with Questing Beast. Hey, they get a duder. Evolving Wilds. Honestly, I know why that was in the deck. That should just be a forest. Incoming? So they go chomp, 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 they can kill it. Or they just jump it once. Yeah. All of them bite the dust. Ow. No, that's better. We should probably do this. Not that it... Now let's get out the Rootless U. What's coming? I'm imagining something good's coming if they decide to throw all that under the bus. Chandra. Bye-bye, Questing Beast. I'm fairly certain we do this. This goes face, this goes there. It's actually a very problematic card with this out with our 4 toughness creatures. Can't block Questing Beast. Can block the Rootless U though. I'm pretty sure you probably, well, unless Chandra die. You got to deal 1 through 2 damage to everything. That can make it so it can block Questing Beast. And die the Death Touch. That's the plan. I will taketh the action. This 5/7 might be difficult for you to deal with, good sir or madam. Could have gone prized unicorn carried, but that dies to a lot of things. This 5/7. They're gonna need a 5 damage spell. We'll need like Soul Seer or another X spell. They're going, huh, that's not a card I see every day. But oh, blockers. I can give one of them trample with Gem Razor. Well, that gives me a juicy target for this. Yeah. Mutate over this guy. Mutate under this guy. And then you have to block the Rootless U. And then we play the 1/1. Give us 2 lethal attackers. Well, first we go and find... I think we take the... What do we got? We only have 6 mana. Sterix. Then we can mutate the Sterix onto the 1/1. We only have 6 mana. If we had 7, I probably would have taken the Brontodon. But with only 6. Alright, good game. Get a land. Good game, and that's the set. Alright, let's do a little bit of a post game. Alright. Questing Beast. Budget, Brawl. Where do we go from here? So there are lots. We do this into this and this and this. Lots of different things we could do. We could upgrade with Kazandu Mammoth, with Garruk's Harbinger if you're worried about black. Shoot Swarm, kinda, sort of. I'm kind of going away from this card. If you're going to play this card, you want a lot of the mutate stuff in the deck. Yorvo is obviously great. Nylea, Keen-Eyed, Toski would take over Fabled Keeper of Fables. Shia, Battle Mammoth, Elder Gargaroth could probably all go in for this 10-10, even though the 10-10 is actually really good. I do think Vivian Monster's Advocate plays a huge role in a deck like this. Primal Might would be good. Turn Timber Symbiosis is another great card that you can play as a land or as a spell. I think the Tree Shaker Chimera is really cool too, although it is quite expensive. Return of the Wild Speaker, another great card. Vorinclex, Kogla, so many good high-end cards. You could even go with Feasting Troll King because we are mono green. But just as a 9 rare and mythic with 3 of those rares and mythics being given to you from the client, I think this deck is a great place if you need to fill out those green requirements for coins, or you want a deck that just wins fairly quickly. I think this does that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you all my subscribers for subscribing and for viewing, and yeah, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night wherever you are in the world. From Mr. Pisto to you, bye for now.